Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a makeup tutorial, and this time it is going to be on this look that I am wearing today, which is basically a more everyday school look for me. This is basically my go-to look and the look I go to whenever I don't know what to do with my makeup or whenever I'm rushing or just every day for school. I've been wearing this ever since I started school, and I really like it because it's just very subtle, very wearable. And yeah, I just wanted to just go ahead and show you guys what my everyday makeup look has been lately. If you guys would like to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I already do have my eyebrows on as well as I did the right eye. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with my primer for my left eye. And I am using the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. This is actually one of my favorite primers. This stuff was my favorite about like a year ago. So I'm just gonna put that on my lid. And this is pretty much a clear kind of creamy consistency. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it set. You don't want to put an eyeshadow right after you put your primer because your primer is pretty much still tacky or wet, and that's just gonna make it very smudgy and make your eyeshadow seem unblended. Once it's done setting, I am gonna start with my eyeshadow, and I am gonna be using some shadows from the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've kind of been experimenting a bit with this palette, mostly just for everyday look, because this is basically the look that I've been wearing every single day for school so far because it's just super quick and easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with a Morphe E23, and I'm gonna start with the color right here, which is burnt orange, and then just go ahead and put that on the crease. I'm not gonna be using a lot of colors for this look because it's pretty much an everyday look like I was saying. So you wanna just make sure to pack that onto the crease. Okay, so after that is all blended, I'm gonna go ahead and go back into the palette, but this time I'm gonna get the color right next to that, which is Raw Sienna, and I'm just gonna get that same exact brush. I'm only gonna pretty much be using 2 brushes for my lid, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on top of that color, but try to bring that a little bit higher. So starting from here, I'm gonna go ahead and just do circular motions when you bring it higher. So start right in the crease, and once the color is pretty much off the brush, you want to go ahead and bring it higher. Okay, and after that, I'm gonna go into the color right at the top right here, which is called Tempera, I believe, which is just a creamy shade, and I believe this is a satin finish. And I'm just going to put that on my brow bone. I didn't do this to the other side, but I'm going to quickly do that to both. And you want to go ahead and just blend that out. After that, I'm going to go into this shader brush by MAC. This is the MAC 242. And I'm going to pick up this color right here, which is kind of like a little golden color, and it's called Primavera. And I'm gonna put that right on my lid, just like I did in my right eye. I'm not gonna do any Fix Plus because this is basically something I do every day before school, and I never really have time to do a really like full face glam makeup. So I'm just gonna put that on my lid. I mean, obviously this is gonna be a little bit more dramatic than an everyday look for some, but for me this is pretty subtle. Make sure to put that all over the lid. Really blending out that transition color, it's gonna be a lot easier for when we put a shade like this on top of a lid, because now I might have to blend it a little bit, but not as much as just not blending it in the beginning. And after this color, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up more of whichever color you'd like. Honestly, I'm gonna get more of the Raw Sienna, like brownish color. So just like that, and now I'm quickly just going to do my eyeliner. Okay, so after that, I'm going to do a quick coat of my favorite mascara, which is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless. Okay, so that's basically it for my eyes. I'm going to zoom you guys out a little bit just so we can start on the rest of my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my face. I never usually do this in my videos because this is pretty much for a skincare kind of video, but I haven't moisturized my face yet, so I'm going to go ahead and just do it on camera. I use for moisturizing my face the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. So I'm going to put that on my face, and this actually has an SPF of 30. It says for normal to dry skin, but I do have combination skin and it works pretty okay for me as long as I do like a matte foundation. So it's basically going to be like pretty much a moisturizing like sunscreen, I would say. I'm just going to let that soak into my skin for like 2 to 3 minutes. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face now, and I'm going to use the Master Prime by Face Studio, and this is actually by Maybelline, and this is the Blur Plus Illuminate, and I'm just going to get like a pea-sized amount. And what I usually do to distribute to my face is just do it with my, and then just make sure you get product on all of them, and then just get my nose first, and then with the finger at the bottom on this side. Okay, so now for my Ride or Die foundations, my holy grails. I usually do mix these both. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 220 Natural Beige, and the Infallible Pro Matte by L'Oreal and the color 105 Natural Beige as well. I usually put a lot more of this one than this one. I usually just put like a pea-sized amount, and I don't like to go like full coverage for school. And I usually do put it in the palm of my hand because I read somewhere that if you put it in the palm of your hand, it doesn't soak your product up. Rather than you putting it in the back of your hand, that usually pretty much soaks it all up. Just dot it all around my face. And I'm going to be using the Real Technique sponge. Don't mind mine, it's kind of dirty. Like I said, I don't like a full coverage foundation, even though this is pretty much a lot. But the beauty sponge usually soaks most of that up and leaves me with a medium coverage. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Okay, and lastly, I'm just going to get my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, and I'm just going to go ahead and basically just pat it onto the foundation just to set it a little bit more into my skin. And just by doing this, kind of takes away all the oiliness too. So just like that, and now I'm basically just gonna do the rest of my face. Do my concealer really quickly, and I'm just gonna be using the Fit Me concealer in 20 Sand. I'm just gonna basically highlight with this one. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, which is perfect. I don't put as much as I would usually put because obviously school again. But I do like to highlight the points I usually highlight. What I like doing, guys, is blend out my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and my forehead with the bottom of the beauty sponge, which is flat. And then I like getting the pointier side to get right inside my eye bags. Usually I don't blend it all the way in because I really can't with this big beauty sponge and my eyeliner there. So what I like to do is go into my Kat Von D 40 brush, which is the concealer brush, and then just really blend that into the skin. And this is perfect for spots like this, like right next to my eyeliner. And once I'm done with that, I like to once again just get that spot with the sponge. I know it looks like a lot of steps, guys, but it's really not. And now I'm gonna quickly set my under eye, and I do like using the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. The only thing is I don't really bake with this, not for school at least. I just like getting my Kat Von D 20 brush and just basically getting a little bit of that on the brush and then just put it under the eye. And as I'm doing that, I'm just basically removing that as well. So I'm not leaving it for a really long time or anything. Just quickly doing that just so it can set. Okay, so now I'm quickly just gonna run the color Burnt Orange and Sienna and Raw Sienna in my lower lash line. I don't usually do this too dramatic because like I said, it's basically just a school look. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a couple of coats in my lower lashes as well. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to contouring. I'm just gonna go ahead and contour with one of my favorite contouring powders, which is the Hoola bronzer. And I really love using the brush that it comes with. It's really ugly and really dirty, but I love this brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get the hollows of my cheeks, my temples as well, the bottom of my lip, and my jawline. Just like so. And then to blend that bronzer out, I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetic like angle kabuki brush and just blend it all out, just so you don't have any harsh lines. I don't like doing like a chiseled contour for school, just a more like natural bronzy contour. Now I'm gonna move on to my blush. For my blush, my all-time favorite everyday blush would have to be the Benefit Dallas Box Blush, which is a pretty mauve subtle blush. I'm gonna just drag that from the apples of my cheeks towards my bronzer. And I'm just using the Morphe E4, which has got to be my favorite blush brush of the moment. I'm going to just move on to my highlight, and what I'm going to be using is just Becca and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop right here. Just adding a little bit of it, not too much. I don't like an extreme highlight for school, at least. And I also like putting it down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, as well as, of course, my Cupid's bow. And I also do like putting it in the corner of my eyes, just to open up my eyes a bit. Alright, and that's basically it for my face. Now let's move on to the lips. I'm sorry, my hair is really messy, but I'm not gonna lie guys, it's like 2 in the morning right now and I'm making a video. I usually never really have time to do my hair for school. I usually just braid my hair and then just take out the braids, and I usually have like a pretty wave just like this. For my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the Essence lip liner in the color In the Nude. It's just a pretty nude color. And for my lips, I'm gonna just be using the color I usually use for school, which is the Kat Von D Lolita Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for my face. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I love this stuff. This is the only stuff that really makes my eyebrows stay put. Now for the last thing to set my makeup, I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And this is just a deluxe sample. And that basically concludes the look. I love wearing this look. This is basically, like I said, my go-to look for school for every day. I know this is probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Some people don't really like wearing makeup for school. Some like wearing a lot more makeup, but this is just my subtle, for me at least. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you guys did, and subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.